I've had some great guests here, but I must say these next two guests are the most special ones that I've ever brought up on stage, because I'm calling up my two of my children, not my two children. But I've invited Siena Oristaglio and Jason Oristaglio to take the stage and join me. So we're going to do coffee house style here for a few songs. Jakub's going to join us on violin, and we're going to get started. We're going to do a song by Jackson Browne called These Days. So let me tell you our story about this song. Jason started playing guitar when he was around 15, and was originally attracted to the alternative artists, people like David Bowie, Talking Heads. One day I went up to him and I said, Jason, why don't you play a Jackson Browne tune? He looks at me and says, Dad, anything but Jackson Browne. He's sad and depressing. And I said to him, Jason, I find Jackson Browne uplifting. And he looks at me with those penetrating eyes, as if he's thinking, God, I hope I have my mom's genes. So I left it. A couple weeks later, I come home from work, and let me paint the story at work. It's 2002. The tech bubble had burst. Stock market's crashing. And I'm coming home in a pretty grumpy mood, you know, teeny grumpy. I'm lying. Big grumpy. And I walk into the apartment, and Jason's in his room. He's playing this very song. And I go, oh my God, something bad must have happened at school. He's playing Jackson Browne. And I burst into his room, and I go, Jason, is everything okay? What happened? And he turns around and he says, I feel great. And I go, I told you Jackson Browne's uplifting. And he turns around and he says, no, Dad, Jackson Browne's depressing. But I figure if he cheers you up, the whole family's better off.
Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do. And all the times I had the chance to. It's so hard to risk another these days, these days. Now if I seem to be afraid to live the life I have made in song, well, it's just that I've been losing so long.
You guys uplifted yet?
keep on moving, moving on. Things are bound to be improving these days, one of these days. These days I'll sit on cornerstones, count the time in quarter tones to 10. Don't confront me with my failures, I had not forgotten them.
Jakub, Trasak, Jason, and Siena. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's Chris Fabulous. Is this cool or what?